we went to the zoo, and it was a family outing. And as the time started to progress, I could see my son completely start to fall apart. We knew it was time to leave, but we had already waited too long. So being in and out of the buildings and the noise and the no noise and the light and the dark, we didn't know enough about our son's condition to really fully help him and realize that that was not going to be a good setting for him. So he starts to melt down and tantrum. And I say to my husband, take the other kids, get them to the van. I'll hold him like we were told. And when he calms down, I'll come. There was no holding him. He was thrashing so severely. He was screaming and hitting and biting and trying to hurt himself. I had to put him in the wagon, and I had to let him be. And so I take this walk through the zoo that I'll never forget. And all of these people staring at me like, can't take care of your kid, can you? And this pain and this anguish and this sadness and all of this stuff just rushing through me because I don't know if I can take care of my kid. I don't know who this is. I don't know how to handle these behaviors, and I'm lost. My husband had to work that night. I put all the kids to bed, and I come to the living room floor, and I fall on the ground, and I just break down because I ruined my family. My perfect little family, and I introduced chaos. So that first year was more traumatizing than we realized it would be. And it was a shocker because I grew up in foster care and my parents fostered all these children, and I knew what it was like to have kids come in and out of your home, and I was gonna be really amazing at this. I was gonna be a rock star. There was no doubt in my mind that I was gonna nail this like nobody else could. And then these kids came in my life and we broke. And you just don't know what you're gonna do at that point. I got myself back up and I said, we have to do something. And so that's when I started advocating for my son, getting more information on what being on the spectrum really meant and what we could do to help him in the meantime. We ended up finding a new clinic who could take him relatively immediately after all his testing and state approval. And that was May. He began therapy in August, 40 hours a week. So reaching out to the people in your life, whether they completely understand what you're going through or don't, and saying, I'm feeling broken, or I'm feeling like I messed up, or I'm feeling like today's just not gonna be my day. That's how I survived my first year and the second year, admitting that it was okay for me to not feel perfectly okay. And it was okay for me to feel a little bit broken. And it was okay to know that my struggle hadn't ended, but that I had a huge support system and that I was okay just the way that I was.